Ho, 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 Merry Christmas, everybody. That was really cringy and I'm kind of here for it. Anyway, happy podcast day, or podcast yay, one would say. My name is Andy and welcome to Attitudes with Andy. You guys are listening to the last episode of Attitudes with Andy for 2023, which is absolutely wild to say. There's been over 100 episodes of the podcast posted, which is, again, wild to say. But yeah, I'm going on a little bit of a break, having a month off, just, for Christmas and family time and all of that good stuff, which I'm very excited for. But we will be back mid-January, ready to hit the ground running with some fantastic guests and even more awesomeness. So don't worry, we will be back. This is not goodbye forever. This is a little farewell. I'm in a weird mood. Anyway, today I wanted to talk about this year of Attitudes with Andy because, first of all, I'm truly, truly, truly so grateful for you listening and you being here. It baffles me when I look at the numbers and the amount of people subscribed and the amount of people listening because, I remember wanting to start this and just thinking, oh my God, no one's going to listen to me. Who would want to listen to me? What have I got to say? What have I got to bring? I had a lot of self-doubt. I had a lot of negativity running through my mind. So thanks for showing me that those little evil voices aren't true. I have had the privilege of doing 2 mindset classes of how to start a podcast with brilliant people in it, and I also took a recording of it and I've gotten to send that to so many people, and I've had a lot of people reach out on how to start a podcast, and it feels very I feel very honored that you guys come to me guys, you guys. Oh my God, am I okay? I'm broken. Anyway, I feel honored that you guys come to me for advice on that, and so I just wanted to touch on it because if you have wanted to start a podcast, I just want to say it's worth it. And starting the podcast, there's a lot of benefits. First of all, I would say one of the biggest benefits over the whole thing is the guests. You have access to some of the most incredible people through your podcast. Because if you ask somebody for, hey, you want to go for a cup of coffee so I can learn from you? If they're a bit of a big dog and they don't have much time, they're probably going to say no. But if you say, hey, I would love to learn from you, would you like to come on my podcast? They're probably going to say yes, because that information can be spread to more people and they have more of an impact. So you have access to a lot more people. My confidence has skyrocketed. I mean, did I need any more? I'm not sure. But it really, really has skyrocketed. And I feel like I've learned the art of thinking on my feet. Because I think before I really struggled to think on my feet and just articulate things and not take ages to load, and now I am so much more confident, and that plays out in other areas in my life. And when I'm meeting people, I'm good at thinking on my feet, but now I feel like I'm good at asking the right questions and knowing which questions lead to certain areas and stuff. So it's been very, very helpful. I've learnt the art of commitment, because I've uploaded an episode every single week of this year. For over half of this year, I was uploading 2 a week, which was just bananas, and I don't know how I sustain that. Now I'm a bit more sustainable with 1 a week, but it truly is the art of commitment and the art of discipline, because let me tell you, there have been many days where I have not felt like uploading the podcast or editing it. It will be Sunday night and I'm up late editing it. I've been a bit more organized, but it really does show me that, if I say I'm going to do something, I know that I'm going to commit to it because of this discipline that I have with the podcast. So that has been really, really awesome. I've learned a lot about editing and people's attention spans, and yeah, it's really fun, editing the reels and picking out which bits are good and knowing which ones guests might want on their page and stuff. It's been really, really awesome. I've learned the art of communicating with the guests and how to kind of get them on and get them to say yes, and then, giving them the right information, because there's been a time where I was waiting for a guest to arrive and they thought we were doing an online podcast. So that was my error, bad communication. So I've learned how to communicate better. So many things. And I've learned how to be satisfied and how to not get too consumed by the numbers. Because if you guys listen to an episode I did a few months ago, it was titled I Want to Quit. And genuinely in that moment, I wanted to quit because I was so focused on the numbers and how many people were listening that I forgot about how to kind of enjoy the journey and enjoy where I am instead of just focusing just on the numbers. Because at the end of the day, I can't really control the numbers. I can only focus on putting the best content out there, interviewing the best people, showing up as my best self, being consistent, having passion. That is everything that's in my control. What's not in my control is the numbers. Yes, I can try and influence them by doing all the things I just listed, but at the end of the day, like, I can only put it out there and hope for the best, you know what I'm saying? And so I'm glad that I had that moment of getting too focused on the numbers, which took the enjoyment out of it, to now I focus on, did I do a good job? Do I feel satisfied with that podcast? Did I learn a lot? Did I help get the best out of the guest? And if the answer is yes, then I'm satisfied. And sometimes the times when I feel like it's been my best podcast and I've really, really enjoyed it, they don't get as many views. And do you know what? That's okay. Because this podcast is here to serve you, of course, because I started this to have a platform where I could share tips and tricks on how to be your happier selves. And now it's really expanded from that. But at the end of the day, it's also here to serve me. And so if I'm learning lots from the guests and I feel like I've shown up in my absolute best as I can, then I'm proud of that. And so I think that was a really, really important lesson to learn. And I'm very proud of that. But yeah, it's crazy to think like where I started. When I first started, I had a little Yeti microphone that just recorded so shite. But at the time I thought it was mint. And I would go to the guests' houses and record there. And then I started at my first studio, which was in Karma Hub, because I know the owner and she gave me a discount, which was incredibly kind. And it really got me quite literally my foot in the door with using a studio, because I was starting to get kind of bigger guests on, because at first I started with all my friends because I have amazing friends. They have so much to share. And then I started getting on people I didn't know, and I was like, oh, I can't really just be like, hey, can I come to your house? And so that was kind of a really, really cool transition to use the studio. It felt a lot more legit. And we didn't record until the beginning of January this year, 2023. So the whole time up in there, I just did audio until January this year, which I think was really good because it helped me just get on the road with editing and all of that. And so I think I would have been overwhelmed had I recorded it straight away. And then January came around and I was like, no, I'm going to start filming it. Figured out how to film it, pair it and do all that. And that was really awesome. And then Karma Hub shut down and I was like, oh my God, where am I going to find a studio that is within my budget, because this isn't earning any money yet. And then luckily my friend suggested this studio. I went and checked it out. I got along so well with the studio manager. And yeah, I have a really good price here and I'm really, really fortunate to be a part of the community and to be able to use this beautiful space and community. And every time guests come in, they're always like, oh my God, the space is awesome. And I'm like, I know, right? Anyway, and then I think maybe April this year, I finally started my own Instagram account for Attitudes with Andy, because it used to be part of my personal account. I think I was just scared to start an account and start from zero, you know what I mean? At the time of recording this, we have 1,400 friends on that Attitudes with Andy Instagram, and it's just crazy. Like, and so many of those people I don't know personally. So thank you for being there if you are, because that blows my mind. Yeah. What other highlights? We've had some amazing people on. Like, I look at my dream list that I wrote when I first started my podcast. We've interviewed like half of them. How crazy is that? I mean, we've had Glenn James, who is the host of one of the biggest financial podcasts in Australia, My Millennial Money, if you've heard of it. We've had James Newbury on, who is freaking weapon in the CrossFit world. We've had Katie Martin on. She is a trainer on Sweat with Kayla Itzner. We've had Sophie Jane Miller. She's one of my favorite YouTubers. We've had Riley May. We've had Chloe Bramage. We've had Jordan Dowsett on. Now I just feel like I'm name dropping. Oh my God. But we've had Sammy Brosnan on. Shout out to you, Sammy. But yeah, there's so many amazing guests. We had Meg Martin on. Okay, I'm going to stop. But anyway, I'm just, you know what? I'm proud of myself. When I look at the platform and all the beautiful people we have a part of the community and the amazing guests that we've had on, like, I'm just really, really proud of my consistency and the determination. And there's been many times where I've wanted to quit or question why I'm doing this. But yeah, I'm just so, so glad I did. And so if you've been thinking about starting a podcast, do it. Just do it. Just start, commit to it. Learn, be bad at first, be awful at first. I can't even listen back to my first few episodes because it's just so, you know what I mean? You will get better. You will learn and you will grow. And even if only one person is listening, you will personally get so much out of it that it is worth it. 2024, I'm really, really excited. It's going to be even bigger and better. The people and the conversations we are having is just going to mind boggle you. Okay, so get keen for that. Once again, this is the place. This is the place to learn and grow together. I'm not saying I have all the answers. Guys, I am the ripe young age of 24. I know I don't have all the answers. That is why we get the guests on, so we can all learn and grow together and have a bit of a laugh as well, you know? We're not here to take it too seriously. I don't know where the accents come. But yeah, this is the place. If you want to be your healthiest, wealthiest, and happiest selves, then you are in good hands. Thank you so much for being here. If you would like, press follow, subscribe, because you are going to want to be here for 2024. There's crazy things happening. And yeah, just share this around. The best way to support is honestly just to subscribe and like and share it around and come join the Instagram community at Attitudes with Andy. We are on TikTok. Yeah, come say hi. This is all for free. And that's everything I have to say. I hope you have a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. And I will see you guys then. But until I do, I hope you eat lovely food. I hope you hug your loved ones. And I just hope you have such a good start to the year. I'll see you mid-January 2024. This is wild to say. I love you all so much, more than you could ever know. Thank you for listening. And I'll see you next year. I love you all. Bye. Oh my God. That's crazy. I don't want to say goodbye. I don't want to leave. I can't believe this. Okay, I'm really going to go now. But now I'm going to go cry. Okay. I love you all. Thank you so much. Bye.